right, fans, here we go. SparStar Promotions is proud to present the rerounds of mixed martial arts in the welterweight division. This bout is sponsored in part by Raza Golf. Once again, our referee in charge of this bout, John Romero. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is wearing blue trunks. He is training out of Uprise MMA, Los Angeles, California. He weighed 168 pounds. His record, 1 win with 5 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Tomislav Smith. His opponent across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner. He is wearing blue trunks, trimmed in white and red. He is training out of American Boxing Gym in Newport Beach by way of all over California. He weighed 164 pounds. Tonight, he is making his debut. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Kai the Shepherd Lattomus. All right, fans, here we go. The rerounds of mixed martial arts in the welterweight division.
And John, I think you're looking at some information here, a little bit more about Uprise MMA.
Yep, this is the gym that Tomislav is fighting out of, and right away, good left hands from Kai. Wow, start things off real quick. Here we go. Yep, drops down to a double leg. That's usually a good indicator that some of those were not feeling too good. I like the way he covers both legs. The Nurmagomedov specialty here, trying to suck those hips away from the fence. Wants to keep Kai on his back if possible. Looking to step over again.
Right back to there, John. Continues on that position, and that's going to allow him to go ahead and continue passing guard, but Kai now starting to mount his escape.
Yep, now free. Probably looking to push his back up against the fence and wall walk, get to standing again. Not looking too interested in putting in outside hooks or butterflies, and just allowing Tomislav to step over. So this is going to be this is going to pay him dividends for keeping Kai on his back. Tomislav now starting to tee off. Still a minute left here, but Kai does make it up to his feet, and Tomislav very wisely drops right back down to a double leg. Puts Kai down right away. And Kai just looks a little bit like a fish out of water here. He's just holding on to, it looks like he's holding on to a head and arm.
Yeah.
Very difficult to choke from that position.
Well,
does get up, though, so this is nicely done.
You are correct. He does get up, but I mean, Tomislav staying right on top of him, a little bit of that expert kind of feel that you get when you've been in the cage for a while. You do get to feel that sense of, hey, listen, I can put it on him right now. I've got this momentum going as you continue building and making sure that you're able to really create some dilemmas for your opponent. And what I did notice over here, I mean, listen, man, he goes for these trips continuously, and that's going to be enough for him to pretty much finish out this round. But Kai's trying to throw some strikes in here for good measure to end on a good note. Yeah,
and Tomislav really worrying me, just stepping in there with his chin up high. And he'd already gotten tagged a few times, so the wrestling looks fine. But as soon as he gets the feet and he doesn't drop back down to a single or a double, with that chin so high up, any one of those punches that are being winged by Kai could end the fight potentially. So very worrisome.
You consider that, but then also keep in mind this, that even though he might be tired in those moments, those still have impact. What I think people usually suggest is, even as you do start to get back up, you want some kind of guard, at least protecting your face with your hands, some kind of way of sometimes parrying, or even good head movement in that particular case. If you're standing up there and you're just a headshot away from them, things can very quickly change, even though that round really did belong to him. So we'll see if that wherewithal kicks in, but he looked like somebody who was just unconcerned with the strikes at the end.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like a lack of concern that we were seeing, or if it was just, I mean, this is that level of amateur fighting where we do sometimes have people that are extremely not well-rounded, and maybe Tomislav is just primarily a grappler. Yeah, you can see already getting clipped again with the stand-up. He's doing fine once he gets to the ground, but yes, and a great job getting into there to that double leg, and he's locking the hands well. Here, Kai looking for a head and arm guillotine. Yeah. He is on the proper side. His legs are not in an ideal position. Tomislav should just jump to the far side if he's really in trouble, but wasn't. So gets his head free. Now looking to hit this leg drag style position, which is great for passing the guard.
And there it looked like Kai was trying to ask the ref a question.
I think he was asking if he could hit him with an elbow there. Yeah, just didn't want to get DQ'd.
Yeah.
But his combat instincts were telling him yes, he should be teeing off there. Didn't do it, doesn't have a chance. And now Tomislav is looking for an Americana, it looks like. Difficult angle to see, but I think that is an Americana on that right arm of Kai. Yeah, and I think he has it. He actually might finish this one. Not something you see too often. Steps over into mount, though, and I like this a lot better.
This is way better for him here, John.
Now teeing off, and this is amateur, so they might just stop this if it's too many unanswered. Even if he's semi-defending.
Oh, but he is under the chin. I'm not sure if he has it locked up, but he's looking for a rear naked choke here, John.
Pulls him over.
Oh, that palm to palm. If he no, you know what? Kai turns.
Yeah, I think he's safe.
Relative safe.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Safe from choke, yes. Safe from punches, no.
No, yes, right back into it. Tomislav now just throwing these, and this might actually get him.
You're right.
The stoppage here, just because it is amateur, and they want to make sure that these newer fighters that are just starting their careers are not starting on the wrong foot.
Yeah.
So better safe than sorry. But this ref is letting this one go quite a bit. Maybe he heard that last 10 seconds. And
he might also just be looking at the impact of those punches.
Yeah, they're semi-covered.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. He's in a bad spot, but it's going to end soon. It's a tough guy. Like I think it wasn't a bad call by the ref. He's got a better look at it than we do too. But I think you're right. I think some of those were hitting the gloves, and it wasn't too impactful, even though it looks kind of worse than it was.
It's more so you're scoring extra points in those moments. You're racking up the score. And if you are Tomislav, you're starting to run away with it a little bit. He's saying something about his hands here, possibly, John?
I think it looked like maybe Kai was saying that maybe he broke his thumb or something like that. It's difficult to say, but it looked like he was motioning towards his hand, but I thought it was the thumb. Very easy, especially some of these gloves, if you're not used to them, too. Letting that thumb hang out there. And
I think he's saying they're going to go and call it with that.
It's a good call. If you can't hit with that, and this is amateur. It's you don't want to. This is debut. You got a broken thumb. You don't need to wreck your hand further. But that will do it.
I think Tomislav wanted to finish that fight. A very exasperated sound out of him right now. But the good news is he does get the win. It's just perhaps not the way he really wanted to get a win here tonight, or at least start off the night for a number of really great fights that you guys are going to see. So an unfortunate kind of abrupt end here, but if you are Kai, you're thinking about the next fight. You're thinking about how can you get back to training? When do you get back to training? You've got to address that hand. So I'm glad that we err on the side of making sure our fighters are going to be safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of round number 2, referee in charge John Romero stops the contest due to an injury. Fighter was unable to continue. Our winner in the blue corner, Tomislav Smith.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Tomislav, who's just in the middle of sharing some words with his opponent. An unfortunate and abrupt end to tonight's fight. However, we should have a moment to go ahead and give some acknowledgement for some great moments within your fight. Tomislav, how are you feeling right now?
Feel good. Yeah.
I noticed you were a little bit exasperated at the end. Were you disappointed it had to end like that?
No, it was. unexpected. I was telling him, like, I expected a tough fight, and he was, even with that, he was a lot tougher than I expected. I thought I had a couple of submissions there, ground and pound and all that, and it was, he kept going, so it was nuts. It was tough. It was very tough.
Well, we obviously wish him a speedy recovery, but we want to give you your acknowledgments because tonight you definitely, from start to finish in that fight, you were on top of him, putting on a lot of pressure. Who do you have to shout out for all of the help that you had for this camp, sir?
My coaches and my teammates helping push me, become better in every way. So, yeah, I owe it all to them.
Well, that's great, and let's tell the people what's going to happen next for you, sir.
Just keep going, hopefully get another fight this summer, a couple more in the fall, we'll see. But yeah, just keep going from here.
Well, thank you very much for a great fight, sir. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Tomislav Smith.